Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I really missed y'all. Listen here, the queen is back. The queen is back. The queen is back. First and foremost, let me just give a disclaimer. I know that I might have a time. However, I have to sometimes I might have to push the lives back. So you all just bear with me. Life be life, and I'm just over here doing my best. Listen here, giving my best every time. But listen, we're here for another occasion today. Child, they're saying that OKP is out here utilizing the younger adolescents. He finds them, they're in a predicament where they need help, and he wants to play Captain Sava, and he ends up on the dark side again. If you all know who OKP is, I actually was on his panel. I want to say maybe like a year or two ago, and you know, I was just there to help and things like that. But eventually, it became like very volatile. It became very uncomfortable because he had like different people that would be his mods and things like that. And apparently they would have backdoor conversations about me. They said that I was trying to take over his channel. I was trying to control things. But if you all take a look back when Jaguar Wright was with her husband, Gerald Goomba, um, there were plenty of times where she has showed up on the panel, and I would try to ask a question here, I would try to ask a question there, but I noticed that OKP did not want me in communication with Jaguar. Him and his buddy over there with the two white men, him and his buddy, they did not want me to talk to Jaguar Wright because they are both fraudsters. Let's talk about when they were raising money to get Jaguar Wright out of jail. There was money that was not accounted for. When she had got out, they just didn't do what they were supposed to do. And so let's fast forward a little bit because his OKP's grandsons, mhm, his grandsons would be over at the house. And I thought that it was like so super weird that, he had these grown men or these like teenagers, and he would say that he's their grandpa. I didn't understand that. But when I think about when I was out there and I was homeless and I was on drugs, how people preyed on me, how people got over or felt like they was getting over on me, right? And so Armand Wiggins, which is his good friend, they grew up together. And Armand had come out the other day and said that OKP was rounding up these younger guys. And I believe like one of the younger guys OD'd. I believe one of the younger guys OD'd. And so I say that to say this. I'm twisting up as I'm talking, y'all, so bear with. I say that to say that OKP was supposed to adopt some kids, and I think that they were boys. He was supposed to adopt some children, and he wanted some boys. So y'all bear with me. I'm just twisting up. Hold on. But yeah, so he wanted to adopt some kids out of the system, and eventually we heard nothing about it. But he was taking up donations. He was like, I really need this, I really need that. So when I get them the kids over here, then they'll be good and they'll have everything that they need. MJE says, I think it's because he knows his audience is a demographic of grandmothers. Oh, okay. So that's why he says, my grandchildren and things like that. So this is another thing. So you utilizing Black women to make a move on these innocent individuals. You're trying to garner sympathy. And see, this is the thing. Whenever he was on live, whenever I was over there and stuff, I know like the grandson, it was so many of them. They would even be coming in, um, asking him for things while he's on live and stuff like that. And then I remember this one point in time, OKP had come on live. He just seemed like he was amped up off of something. I know it wasn't weed. I know it wasn't the liquor because his eyeballs, they were bulging out just like this thumbnail right here. They would bulge out. I mean, he would be up, he would be excited, he would be yelling, he would be screaming, and then you'll keep hearing this little noise, beep, beep, because he's turning on and off that fan. So he would get really, really, really hot. He would get the sweating. And my first thing that come to mind, because I'm a recovering addict, I've been out there, I've done the drugs, and I've been open and honest with y'all. Listen here, when you on that stuff, yeah, you get amped up. Yeah, you ready to go in on somebody. And it didn't take him long to go in on his on the people that were there. Like me, I was just there to help his panel out because if y'all know, when I was there, the people that know, when I was there, it would be all loud. Everybody would be talking over each other. And I just kind of like, hey, let's talk one at a time. And then there was even points where he would leave and he would leave me in charge. So a lot of people might say, oh, she's a troll. Yes, my name is Trollana. Okay, get into it. It's Trollana. Okay. Hey, Wani11 says, hey, Queen Tulsa. Yes, Drug Abuse National Helpline is 1-800-662 4357. I've gotten off of them. And when I tell you this, it was the greatest thing that could have ever happened to me. I'm able to think clearly. I'm able to make better decisions. And I'm not harming my body and I'm not harming myself. I had to go through therapy and things like that because, sometimes life, it can weigh down on you. Life can kind of be too much at times. So, just to be 100, we're all human. Now, what I can say is through all the adversity, the triumph, and things like that, I never went out to try to prey on somebody just to get them in my house, just to have my way with them. And I'm going to be honest, and it's a video here. There was a family friend. We were in Atlanta, and she invited me over to, chill, and we drank, and she made the drinks. And so, I just remember having a drink, and then I remember waking up with my pants to my ankles. And her and another person was like there in front of me on their knees. Um, and that wasn't a good feeling. Um, I wasn't interested in her. I wasn't interested in the guy. But for them to take advantage of me, and I say she, because she made my drink, so she spiked my drink. And like I said, I woke up confused in a daze. Um, and I had the opportunity, I want to say, was it earlier this year? I end up, okay, so it was either this year or sometime last year. I end up reaching out. Well, I seen one of her friends on live. So she was on live, and just so happened she was over there at the Predator's house. And so, the Predator got on, and, she was, conversing with me and things like that. And her children had come up. So I wasn't going to bring up what she had did to me because her children were around, like her son and then her newborn daughter, which she wouldn't have knew nothing but her son. And I felt like I didn't want to traumatize him. I didn't want him to know those dirty things about his mom. And so I ended up speaking to the girl's friend. And no, actually, so we were on that live, and the girl that did that to me, she started getting explicit. She wanted me to expose myself to her friend that was there that was on the live. And I was like, no, why would I do that? And she was like, why you want to do that? And so she started expressing and explaining. And so her friend said, well, how do you know this? And then she started a blame game. She said that I came on to her and that I wanted her and this, that, and the third. And so that conversation was over. I reached out to her friend the next day and I just let her know. I was like, hey, your friend drug raped me. And I had explained everything to her. I told her the location, who was there. Bill, I explained to her everything that was going on and things like that. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't know that. And she was acting like she was apologetic, but she was really taking up for her friend because she said, well, I don't know Sam to be like that and this, that, and the third. Well, it's not about what you feel and what you think and um, anything like that. It's what I experienced. So we know how far that got. MJE says, with the age difference, don't you think he'd say son? Yeah, I think that he would say son. Um, because when we talk about that, I know in the LGBTQIA plus community, there are families. So like you might have the House of Chanel, the House of Balenciaga, the House of Versace, the House of they all have these fancy names. So yeah, you could have said, my son, but it was like, I don't know, it was just creepy to me. It was just creepy to me, to say the least. This is definitely for adult audiences only, must be 18 plus, staying at the Butterfly Lounge. Welcome to Queen City, the Butterfly Lounge. Please subscribe, share, and like. Thank you for your support. And guess what? Homelessness, shelter, homeless. These are some numbers. So you don't have to hop up in a car um, and, you know, go along. Y'all, hold on 1 second. I got a package at the door. Hold on. Thank you, lovely. Oh, no. Sorry, y'all. The mailman delivered a package and it was the wrong house. I'm sorry. Okay, so it says teen dating violence and abuse. Love is respect hotline 1-866-331-9474. If you find yourself, if you know anybody out there, um, yes, this is a trigger warning. Sound check. Okay, so I do apologize about that, y'all. Um, but let's just say this. Um, being vulnerable out there, maybe not having nowhere to go, not having family, not having friends. And sometimes I've noticed, like when I was homeless, there are some individuals that have disabilities, you know? And I must say this, some people be preying on the homeless because I knew a guy that would come down to the homeless shelter to look for men. Like he would go down to the homeless shelter and he'll park his car and then he'll get out, he'll go in, he'll walk around the shelter and things like that. But I've seen it from my own eyes. I'm not gonna put the person's name out there, but I mean this person is still living and things like that. But yes, he would be out there scouting for homeless men to get them back to his house. And in those moments, just depending on if the individual is, on drugs or something like that, um, they use drugs to lure. It could be, oh, let's get high, and then before you know it, y'all getting freaky, you know. But I think that OK Pedlo, oh, his name is OK Pedal Pusher, Adolescence Attraction. I feel like that man needs to go to therapy. I feel like that man needs to go to therapy because from what I've been told, like his dad disowned him. Um, and I don't even think that he has a good relationship with his mom. And let me just say that that's sometimes common because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I can talk about his stuff, I can talk about mine. I'm not talking to either one of my parents right now. I'm just not talking to either one of my parents right now. I just have to really just do what's best for me. I'm an adult now. Um, I have big responsibilities, and my parents, well, I can't say my parents. My mother raised me to the best of her ability, but my daddy, he wasn't really there. Yeah, my dad, he wasn't really there. And I think um it's so important for our parents to be just that. Actually, let me call my daddy on the phone because I haven't talked to him in a minute. Let me call my daddy. Hey, daddy, how you doing?
All right. I ain't heard from you. I was gonna come by your house today, but I'm glad you called me. I've been busy. I've been taking care of some other things.
Yeah. How's the horse?
Yeah, moved out the country.
Oh,
I
daddy.
didn't know. I'd never heard from you no more. After a period of time, I said, "Well, I don't know. Maybe he left the country." I was trying to find your number in my phone, and I couldn't come up with it. I need some glasses, probably.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I've been good. You gotta save my number.
Well, I let others do all that. I don't mess with these old phones. I take a call and I give one, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I see your name in there. It'll show up, and I'll tell you to put it in there.
Okay. How you been?
Oh, I'm just making it for an old man.
Yeah.
Going with again. Probably help with the good Lord.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation with a few friends, and I just told them I haven't talked to my daddy. I haven't talked to you or mama.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you need to start getting more closer then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing okay. How about yourself? How you doing?
You know what? I won't complain. Life be lifing, and I'm just grateful and thankful to be above ground and have all my needs met. It's not what I want, but it's my needs are met. So I really can't complain.
That's a blessing if you got that.
Yeah. Some people don't
Yeah.
have that.
Put it like that and call it all good.
Yeah.
You know.
I just want us to have a healthy relationship, Daddy. I mean, I love you.
Yeah, I love all y'all too. I talked to Jermaine and Tequila, and she talks so crazy. I can't hardly conversate with her. But he just talks the wall with me. Her
Yeah.
conversation was right. She cursed and talked bad, and I'm looking like, okay, I'm your father, I ain't your friend now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Wani said, hey.
Oh, okay, tell her hello.
Oh, it's a boy.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I gotta go back out here where these horses is. I gotta go see what's going on out here.
okay.
Mhm.
Well, save my number. If you're out, call me before you come because I don't want to be busy in the middle of something.
Oh, okay. All right then. I will. I will. I was gonna call. I always try to call before I come.
Okay. Well, I
Oh,
love you. Till your significant other I say hello as well.
okay then. All right. I will.
Okay, I love you. Call me back. I mean, call me
Okay.
today.
You too.
Okay.
Okay.
Later.
Okay.
Okay. So being transparent and being vulnerable. I'll never try to act like I'm more than what I am. I mean, we all have stuff, but we have to get ourselves in order. We have to get ourselves in order, and we can't play the blame game. Oh, my mama didn't do this, my daddy didn't do this. Um, we have to take ownership and do some recorrecting. You know, I could be angry at my dad, but what is that going to get me? It's not going to get me nowhere. I love him. I care about him. I want us to have a better relationship. And, my daddy is old school. So when it comes to like LGBT and all that, they're old school. They're like, and I give my daddy a pass because he's my dad, you know. Um, the guidance. I had to teach myself a lot of stuff. And especially experiencing homelessness. Like I don't know, maybe I should do like a members only live where we can like really get into some stuff. And I want to inform everybody who be watching, like, y'all open up y'all eyes, like even supporters, y'all, if y'all see something, it's okay to say something. Like when you sit back and just kind of let things go along, then you're contributing to the problem. But that's all I have for right now. I did just talk to my dad, so I need to clear my mind and I need to pray. And actually, before I get off, Norris Tony got me this prayers to strengthen your soul. So today is July the 22nd. I'm gonna read this one, July 22nd. Unchained. Peter realized what had happened. He thought, now I know that the Lord really sent his angel to me. He rescued me from Herod and from all the things the people thought would happen. Acts 12:11. Dear Lord, when the angel rescued Peter from prison, Peter hardly seemed to realize what had happened. The chains fell off his body, the gates opened, and he walked free. It wasn't until later that he realized God's angel had saved him. You rescued each of us, Lord, and the chains of death and despair have fallen away from us. We can move freely, entering your gates in prayer anytime we choose. We no longer have to be slaves to sin and disgrace because your love for us changed everything. Some of us are still trying to figure out what happened. We know we're free, but we're not quite sure what that means. Even though the door is open, we hang back, staying in the prisons of our own minds. Help us to receive your glorious salvation so we can live in the abundance of your grace and love. Amen. Here's a question that I want to pose to you all. What does it mean to you that Christ has saved you? I love you all so much. I've got to take out. I will be back here at 12:30 Central Time, 1:30 Eastern, and 10:30 Pacific. You all have a great day on purpose. And remember, I love you.